Hello everyone, I am Shweta and welcome to my channel Analytics by Shweta. In today's video, we will learn how to create a vertical average line in Excel. If you see in our chart, we have the hires for 2023 which is represented in yellow color. Wherever the hires is greater than the average hires, it is represented in blue color. And then we have a line over here which shows the average line and then a data label which shows the average. So let's see how do we create this in Excel. Let's look at our data first. We have the hires for 2023. We need to have two columns. First is higher than average and then we need the average. We first calculate the average. We go here, we select the hires, we lock these cells and we close it. Currently we have our average over here. Next is we need to say which of the months has the hires greater than the average. So we say if this hires is greater than or equal to the average hires, then return me the hires, else return me any. And we close this. So if you see currently, wherever the hires are greater than the average hires, we get the value of the hires, else we get the value any. Let's start to create our chart. So what you first do is you select both of this, you go to insert and you insert a clustered bar chart. Then you select any one of the axes, you do format axis and you overlap the chart. Just adjust the gap width so that the bars are a little more thicker in size. Next, what you need to do is you need to select the averages and you need to paste it onto your chart. So if you see, currently we have the averages present on the chart. Next we do is you go to chart design and go to change chart type and put the series which we have recently created, which is the average series, onto the secondary axis and we close it. So if you see, this series currently is our average series and it is completely overshadowing the other two series. Next, what you need to do is you need to fix the axis for the secondary and the primary, and both need to be the same. So if you see, our current axis has 400 as the highest value, so we would select a value which is accordingly. So we go here, we say format axis, we say 0 to 450, and for this again we say 0 to 450. So if you see, we have fixed the axis for both the primary and the secondary. Let us just remove this. Let us remove the grid lines, and then in the average series we go here and we add a trend line to it. Now if you see, our values are 12 to 1, but we wanted 1 to 12. So we go here and we format the axis and we say categories in reverse order. So we have added the trend line, we have reversed the axis. Next we select our series and we select our trend line. In the trend line, what we need is we need a linear format of the trend line and we go forward by 12. We go forward by 12 is because we have 12 months with our data set. Next we select our series of average and we go to fill and we say no fill and no line. So if you see, our average series has disappeared from the report. Select your trend line and adjust the designing of it. For example, I have selected a black color. I have made it more thicker. And now if you see, my trend line is visible on the report. If you see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 written over here. We want the month numbers. So we go to the chart, we say select data, and here where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is written, we select edit and we select the months and we do OK. Let's change the color of our series. So we go to the higher series and we put it as a yellow color, and higher is greater than average, we put it as a blue color. Now if you see, what is remaining is the data labels for our average line. So we write data label and we say this plus 10. We have added 10 because we want some spacing. We do not want it to be overlapped. So that's the reason I have added 10 to the data label. So select your chart once again. Go to select data, add the data label and add the series. And I say OK. If you see here, I have a bar selected over here. Next, I go here and I say add data labels. So if you see here, I get the data label as 286, but 286 is not the average value. It is the average plus the 10. So I go and I format the data labels and I say value from cells. And I select this cell over here, which gives me the average value. And I remove the value from here. So if you see, I have taken value from cells. Since I have written as 276, it is showing me the value 276. As the average changes, this value will change accordingly. We have added 10 to the average so that we get some spacing over here. Now next is to make this series of this data label disappear. So I select the data label series and I say no fill and no line. So if you see now, I have removed the data label from the visual. Next is to clean up the legends. So I clean the legends up. And you see, you get your average line over here. This chart is completely dynamic. If you edit the values, your average line changes. The next step is to add the data labels. So select the highest 2023 and do add data labels. Now format the data labels and do it inside paste. Now if you see, we have all the hires, we have the average line, and it's a completely dynamic chart. So this is how you create a vertical average line in Excel. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell for more updates. Thank you for your time and have a nice day.